time and I'm frightened you're fine. Some things about life you subconsciously hide. Drink to get drunk and you smoke to get high. I'm not gonna lie, that used to be I. And I'm closer to find that point in life where I don't need a light in the dark so I can see. I can close my eyes and be free.
And welcome back to yet another review by Zombill. In today's review, we're going to take a look at a bunch of disposables and a bunch of E-Shisha. Shisha? Am I saying it right? Shisha? Shisha disposables that was sent on to me by NeoCig.co.uk, which should be right up in the corner there. I did already do a review for them on their starter kit, which you can backtrack on my YouTube and watch. Now, when you get their vape mail that they send to you after you've made your purchase, you'll get it in one of these little bags here, vape mail envelopes, with a picture of their NeoCig, and it's got their information on it down there. And on the back side there, it'll have their company logo, and it'll also have relax, they're here. And that's what they are. They are here. Now, before I start, I must point out that I did receive this free of charge for conducting a review, but my opinion of the product will remain true, honest, and accurate as always. Now, I just want to point out that they're regular disposables, okay, which come in the classic tobacco, which is this one right here. You can see that there. On the labels, it gives directions on removing the end caps, which on these I only see one, and I'll show you that here in just a minute. It's not really an end cap, it's more like a sticker, and it says that when you inhale, the LED light will illuminate each time. No flame, ash, tar, smoke, or odor equivalent to smoking 2 to 3 packs of traditional cigarettes, 500 plus puffs. It really depends on how much you vape on these. No animal testing, one-time use, recycle. And they have their web address, plus the fact that their classic tobacco and their classic cool mint, which is pretty much like a menthol, come in 18 milligram mixed strength, or 1.8%. Now they have another line of disposables called the silvers, which will say silver on the actual label. Get that to clear up there. Show you that. It says silver right there. Now the silver is actually 1.4% or 14 milligrams. So it's basically just like going from the 18 milligrams is like a regular cigarette per se, and then the 1.4% or 14 milligram is like a light cigarette. Now since I reviewed the traditional flavors on the starter pack, I'm actually going to have a giveaway for these in an upcoming video. So I'll put these aside. Now, the other flavors that they sent to me are their shisha flavors. Now they have 8, and the shisha flavors that they have are apple, cherry, grape, strawberry, vanilla, watermelon, and blueberry. Now they sent me 4 of their shisha flavors, and those four, we're going to do one at a time. And I believe we're going to start with Apple first, because I've never really been a big fan of Apple, so I have to see. You know, I've been looking for a good Apple vape, per se, an Apple flavor that's really good. So now I gotta say that they've called their shisha line, they call it Senses, okay? And on the website it says, enlighten your senses with Neo's new range of nicotine-free shisha flavors. Now that means zero nic, or 0% nic. So when you get them, this is what they come in. They come in a nice little solid tube here, which you can reuse the tube for anything you want, which is pretty cool, you know. And then they have it connected to this little rubber deal here. And this one is their Apple, which you can see here. Now, another thing that they also have in here is they have this little paper. So I'm going to break this little paper out and show it to you real quick. Now these little papers basically have like a warning. Tells you how to vape on your new disposable. Gives the ingredients. But this is what that paper looks like. Looks like a little fortune paper out of a fortune cookie. Now, they have these little sticker things on the top here. So let's go ahead and take that off. They don't actually come off too well, do they? Because, I mean, if you look at it, there's still some sticky paper left. So clear that off. Okay, so this is their Apple. Now, another thing that I'm noticing on these, since I've already tested one out before, I tested the Cool Mint Disposable out, and one of the things that I'm noticing about their disposable line is that there is no cutoff time. I'll demonstrate. Okay, so maybe the Cool Mint one that I got is defective. Because obviously there was a cutoff time there. Now, this apple tastes like, it tastes like a green apple would, you know. It's not really my cup of tea, but I'm sure that there are people out there that would love to have a green apple vape that comes in zero nic. So for the taste factor, personally, I'm going to have to say a 7 out of 10. Now, the throat hit is not really a throat hit. Zero nic, chances are there's not going to be a throat hit. However, I do got to say that on the inhale, you know, you start picking up that sweetness that the green apple's going to have, and then on the exhale, it, bam, just hits like a wave on your taste buds. So throat hit, bearing in mind there is no kick in the back of my throat. Ought to give it a 7 out of 10. Now, the vapor production, it's not bad. It's really good for a disposable. Now the other thing I want to point out is that they have a little LED light right here. You can see that light up when I vape. Okay, so that's the Apple. Let's set that back over here. So now I'm going to take a look at their grape. Alright, so there's the grape. Has a little grape style color to it, purplish. Goes down to the black. It's kind of a nice looking fade, you know. Well, this one actually peeled off okay. So, alright, so there goes grape. Ooh. Very nice. Very, very nice. On the taste factor on this, I'm getting, it's like a grape soda, which is really, really nice. I'll give the taste factor on this, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. It almost feels like there's a carbonation effect to it too. It's interesting. Now the throat hit on this. It's pretty nice. I'm going to go with 6 out of 10 on this one again because there just is no throat hit, and that's because it's zero nic. But there's nothing wrong with that. On the inhale, I get the beginnings of the grape flavor, and the carbonation effect hits too. And on the exhale is where it like matures into like a soda type grape flavor. Really good. So now the vapor production. That's pretty nice. So I'll give that a 9 out of 10. Moving right along here. Now we're going to take a look at the blueberry. And blueberry looks just like that. Another cool representation. This one actually has a pull-out end cap. So you might get a pull-out end cap, you might get a sticker. Okay, so that's pretty nice. It's like a fresh picked blueberry. So I'm actually going to give that a 10 out of 10. I quite enjoy this one. Now the throat hit, now this one here seems to be a little bit warmer than the others have been. That's interesting. I'm actually going to give the throat hit on this an 8 out of 10. There's a little bit of a kick in there. It must be because of the blueberry flavoring. That's the only thing I can maybe figure out with that. And then the vapor production. Very nice vapor production. So I'll give that a 9 out of 10. So, moving on to the last one, which is strawberry. And I always like a good strawberry vape. Especially if it comes out tasting like a fresh strawberry. I like the candy strawberry vapes too, but I'm more into the fruit flavors instead of the candy flavors. So, let's see. And lo and behold, it tastes just like a fresh picked strawberry. Very good. I'll give the taste factor on this one. I'll give it a 10 out of 10. This is the best one out of all of them. They need to put this in a cartomizer so that you can have it with your rechargeable battery. Throat hit on this. Okay, now for some reason, just like with the blueberry, this one I'm getting a little bit of the throat hit because it's warmer. So I give this one an 8 out of 10 as well for throat hit. Now, vapor production. You can see for yourself, it's pretty decent. So I'll give that a 9 out of 10. So there you have it. the disposable line from NeoCig. Now, if you fancy trying one of these out for yourself, follow along to www.neocig.co.uk. Big thanks to NeoCig for sending these products to me. I hope you enjoyed the review. Please subscribe to my YouTube, and as always, happy vaping.